back the other way. Driving into and away from the sunset. Look at those clouds over there.
They're almost like fucking art.
It's like there's a hole, in the sky.
Prices for this shit wasn't that bad. I only spent $12.
Yeah. Yeah, small town grocery store.
They're usually expensive, you know what I mean? People bitch about it.
Bill's moving to Ely, and I guess that they're gonna have their own grocery store pretty soon. Solon already has one. And now Ely's gonna get one.
Obama says it's gonna be shitty weather tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be all shitty and humid and stuff. I'm really glad I was able to pee, because I don't know, with whatever the water was doing to my balls, it was just bad. Because everything was wet, like my boxers were still wet, everything. Changing the shirt would not have made much of a difference. Couldn't really soak it out though. Like I'm walking around naked in the fucking store, doing that. That would have been interesting. This is an interpretive art project. It's called Fat Hairy Man with a Donut Nude. I'm gonna eat a donut.
I think they've already done that. It's called Homer Simpson. I don't know, the lighting is actually turning out to be pretty cool.
Well, it's cool looking at that shit, man.
Because the kind of the horizontal rays of the setting sun
Give it more yellows and more contrast, and
a little more contrast, a little more resolution, a little more more details, texture. See, because I already have Highway 1 from Martell to Mount Vernon, so now I have I'm going to have Mount Vernon to Iowa City. I'll tell you something. Sam had better not be avoiding me, because like now he's starting to kind of flake out on groundswell events. Like, oh, I may or may not be there, and I'm wondering if it might be because he doesn't want to pay me back.
Yeah.
He better though, because if he doesn't pay me back, his tab has never been this high. Like, his tab has never been in the double digits. And if he doesn't pay me back, he can forget it. He can forget any rides in the future.
You reminded me. Speaking of paying me back or whatever, are you gonna give me the 160 or so for the?
141, I think it was.
Well, I'll show you the estate. I think after the taxes and fees, it came at 160.
Okay.
But I can break it down and show you that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to pay only 140, whatever, I can probably eat the 20, I guess.
Yeah. What I'll do, I can write you a check. That'll probably be the best way to go. I'll write you.
Just don't cash it until like 2 months from now. The harvest is coming, then we'll get some of that money.
Yeah. Well, you know me. I'm just a poor American farm boy. I don't have all this money. All I got is $2 bills. I got this $2 bills. That's why I speak since the plurals. Because I'm obsessed with everything that's twos. Grandpappy gave me that $2 bill. It was his life savings.
That's time, man.
Yeah.
This is a symbol of the liberal utopia in which we're driving in, where all problems are fixed through exploitation of the taxpayer. And you're right. I think Iowa City is such an idealized place, and they know there's all these fucking sucker, cock-sucking college students that go down there, that you can be a homeless bum, and it's like the best place to be a motherfucking bum.
Yeah. In Cedar Rapids, nobody's gonna give you the time of
Get
day.
a fucking job, you fucking bum. You know how many fucking factories are hired there? Get the fuck out of here. Well, I'm fucking hungry and I want to work. Well, suck my fucking dick. I don't give a shit. You're
Yeah.
like, it looks like you got a mouth that can suck some fucking cock, so get to it.
Yeah, in Cedar Rapids, it's a bunch. Cedar Rapids is a bunch of conservative factory workers and engineers.
Yeah.
Whereas down here, it's a bunch of rich college students, liberal college students. It's like, oh, here's an individual who has slipped through the cracks of the system that was supposed to protect it, and I'm going to give you this $2. That's not anywhere. That's not nearly enough to help get you out of the bum life, but it's just enough for you to buy a little bit of booze or like a
pack of cigarettes
or a shot of something.
I'm just a neighbor.
It's just enough to keep you a bum.
And continue your lifestyle.
Man, those clouds are pretty wild.
One thing, I love Bill Maher. I have a lot of respect for him. I like how he hates Islam. I like how he's mostly liberal. But anyhow, they were talking about how college campuses, the only people that really teach and talk on college campuses are ultra liberals that have fucking PhDs and no real world experience.
Yeah.
So when you say you're trying to expose kids to multiple perspectives, a lot of it's just fucking indoctrination and, status and liberal bullshit. And not even liberal like in the traditional sense. It's the authoritarian liberalism. We know best. We're the motherfucking nanny state, but we're going to trample on the individual's sovereignty and freedom.
Yeah, and regressive identity politics. Yeah. Yeah, there should be more conservative professors. Just for the sake of fairness. I mean, just so that they actually are exposed to different perspectives, and if I were in college now, I'd probably join the Young Republicans just as a lark. Like even though I'm not a Republican, just because being a Young Republican, that's like the counterculture now. being a member of like the Young Democrats or whatever other group, or the Gay Straight Alliance or whatever, it's mainstream now. That's not being a rebel. Being a real rebel is like having a mind of your own and actually like being like a contrarian and not going along with everything that everybody says just because it makes you feel good.
Fucking PC pussies.
I don't know. When I was in college, things really weren't all that bad. Like we didn't have these issues where like kids would like try to get a speaker like shut down like or drive them away. Really, there wasn't anything like that. I mean, like colleges were still a place where you were exposed to different you know opinions and viewpoints and systems of thought, and people still accepted that. People still accepted the fact that okay, this is the marketplace of ideas. But with the internet and like the ability for people to like mobilize and basically gang up on people, it's kind of changed that. Because like when I was in college, Facebook was really kind of just starting to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Zuckerberg and I are the same age.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think he's like 30. I think he's like a year older, like 33 or something. But we're roughly the same age. We could have gone to college together.
Yeah, he went to Harvard. But I think all that Ivy League bullshit, like that was something that we talked about at the focus group, was just I thought a lot of the stuff was overrated and set up people to fail. But I was like the only person that was there. The other people, a lot of them graduated with debt. And this one lady, she graduated from Kirkwood with $25,000 in debt. Now she owes them $37,000.
Yeah.
Because of the interest and all that shit. It's only been a couple years. How many women are actually happy and satisfied though? Because I feel like more men, especially when they go MGTOW and that shit, they're like fucking chill, they got a good thing. Or I think women are fucking mentally ill. Well, this is gonna be great on the video. Or fucking kill that audio.
Yeah.
But the majority of women are mentally ill. Like we were talking about transgender people.
Hey folks, this is Captain Unusual.
Fuck you, you're not.
And the deviant historian. Whose real name is CJ Flynn, and he works at Ion.
Fuck you.
And he lives above the bus station.
Fuck you.
And his address and his phone number. He has a landline phone, by the way, and here's the phone number.
It's 319. Go fuck yourself. But anyhow.
No, but yeah, I think that, especially like like Courtney and Chantel, I'll bet you they're miserable.
Yeah.
I bet you they're not happy at all.
No.
Even though they're basically living the female equivalent of the MGTOW type of lifestyle, but it doesn't work with women because that's not what women actually want. Women are not independent. They need
male validation. They
need validation and intimacy and all that shit. They need it.
Yeah.
Whereas men don't necessarily need it. They want it, but they don't need it. It's a difference between wanting it and needing it. So in that way, I think it is better to be a man, because you can do without a lot of like shit that's probably good to do without.
Yeah. Well, like in Aaron's book, where he what the fuck was it? Oh, he said that a man needs a place to eat, sleep, and shit. Those are the three criteria.
Jerk off.
Well, that all fits into that too. But yeah, that too. And if once he meets that criteria, he is good. He's golden. But a woman needs a fucking palace for her puppy and her fucking well, this would be a cool place to stop and take a photo of her.
Yeah, Highway 1 is gorgeous. That's one reason why I wanted to get a video of it. It's just a beautiful scenery. But yeah,
about me. She's like, I don't want you to get that guy's fucking vinyl record player and CD player and these goddamn phones that you have. He's like, you're gonna clutter your fucking house. And I'm like, your fucking ab roller and your 4 goddamn vacuums are not fucking cluttering your house. Well, she has 3,000 square feet to piss away, where I got 800, so there's more of a scarcity with that. But it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then she's like, it's your house, it's your life, you can do what you want. But you know how much time I spent dreaming up how I decorate your fucking house, how I nest that thing, and it was perfect. And then you put a bunch of shit everywhere and you fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
That was what we talked about today.
That's a weird thing too, where your mother wants to nest your own house.
Yeah.
Like it's not even her house and she wants to nest it.
She wanted to decorate it. I pretty much let her do it because I'm like, she had good ideas. We kind of worked on it. It was a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was her.
See, my apartment, what you see in there is 100% me, and that's kind of a rare thing. Like, you don't see a lot of apartments or houses or dwellings where not only is everything in there, I put everything where it is, but it's been that way for 10 years. Like, when you go into that place is 100% my influence.
Yeah.
And not just for like a year or 2 years, but for like over 10 years. Like, it's kind of an atypical thing to have a place that's like, okay, this is purely out of this person's imagination. This is purely their sense of taste and where they wanted everything to be.
And for you, utility, you're really good at utility and utilitarianism and efficiency and that. I try to do that, but I just fill it with shit too. I have a ton of books and now I've gotten a lot of phones and other shit.
Well, the phones are cool. It would just be cool if you had some kind of maybe display case for them or something.
Yeah.
Which that would actually be pretty fucking cool if you could get like a glass display case and put your phone collection up. Like, that'd be a really cool kind of conversation piece, and it would look really classy, and it would make perfect sense within the context of who you are.
Yeah.
Because that's your line of work.
Yeah.
You work for basically the phone and cable company, and you're into telecommunications and everything, and yet it has this kind of classy sort of vintage. It's this hobby that you have that's sort of classier and more kind of vintage version of what you do for a living. So it'd be really cool if you could get like some kind of display case and have all your phones on display, and maybe have like little placards to kind of like that say what they are and everything.
When I get the duplex, I'll do that.
That'd be really fucking cool. I think you should do that.
Yeah, I think I'll do it when I get the duplex. I'm not gonna put glass and heavy shit.
Yeah, because then you'll have to move it.
Yeah,
and it'll be a pain in the ass.
Do that. But I'll do that when I buy the duplex. That's on my list. So, and I'll get a big ass one so I can put a lot of phones in there. Because it's not that I plan on having a ton, but I'm gonna have like my grandfather's shit, and you know, he's gonna the Jewish guy we're talking. I'm gonna get a princess phone from him. His wife had a princess phone years ago, and then and then the lady who I've gotten my glasses through for the last she's been doing glasses, selling frames and doing that shit for the last 32 years. She's gonna do it for another 5 more years. And we were talking about that. She's rolling the phones too. We got in a whole discussion about my Empress phone. You know that the New York woman phone, the fancy ass one, the touch tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she loved that phone. She's had something like that, and we just talked about it. I mean, it's really actually a pretty good conversation thing with old parts. And also with, I think younger people, it's kind of interesting because, like you said, I'm the youngest person you know that has a landline.
Yeah. I mean, even my parents don't have a landline.
Yeah, but it's expensive in rural areas. It's not even really worth it because they'd have to pay long distance, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that makes it stupid.
I mean, I had a landline when I was about your age, but that was, years ago.
And I think that was cool that you never even had the cell phone, then you only had the landline.
Yeah, for a while I gave up the cell phone. My first cell phone was like a little Kyocera.
Yeah.
And we were with Virgin Mobile. And then I gave that up for like a year or two, and then I got another phone, and it was a Sony Ericsson, and I loved that Sony Ericsson. I wish I had a working one still. And then, but then eventually, unfortunately, that one broke, and I had to get like an Alcatel, which was kind of like the precursor to a smartphone.
Yeah.
And that one was kind of shit. I didn't really enjoy that. It was an Alcatel. And then I got another Alcatel to replace that one because we were on some kind of deal with iWireless where we could get a new phone for like $1. So we went ahead and just went with it, even though I didn't really need a new phone. So that one was like a slightly newer Alcatel.
Alcatels are kind of shitty though.
Yeah, well that's why they were so cheap.
Yeah.
But then I got the LG, which is my current phone as well as my past phone. But I got the LG, and I actually like that LG. I like it a lot better than Samsung. But then I got the Samsung. I've had that for like a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Got the spider web crack, and then also having battery issues, probably partly because of all the porn I downloaded on it. You know, like
yeah.
probably is riddled with viruses and shit. It crashes all the time, but it's okay because like it's got the crack in it anyway. So it's like.
So would you use that as an MP3 player and like a mobile porn device still?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think that'd be good because like if you ever get something different, I say Moto for life, baby, Moto for life, because Motorola invented the original cellular phone in '83.
Yeah.
But I fucking love their phones. Like I had a Motorola Razr, and that was when it was the shit. Like back when my parents were dropping big bucks with Verizon and all that bullshit. It was a fucking nice phone. It was like the flip Razr phone. You'd like jerk off to it. You'd be like, I had a fucking Razr, man. It was the shit for phones back in like 2003.
Yeah.
I still have a couple of those. I should put those in my collection. Just have some cellular ones too. And that Razr would actually be a really good one to talk about because I unlocked an old AT&T Razr phone that I got free, and I ran it on iWireless and some other shit. Anyhow, going back to that, I've had Moto Gs. This is my second Moto G, and they're really good for the price. $100. They have an FM radio built in. You can use it as a flashlight with a click of a button. You know.
Yeah. My current phone has those features too. But
really? Your LG or your Samsung?
Well, both. They both had flashlights and radios.
FM built in?
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a new phone, except I want to save money.
Yeah. What if you could get a $1 phone? Well, they ain't doing that really anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty much long gone. Like this Samsung cost me like $200.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's actually a good deal for Samsung, but it's still a lot of fucking money.
It's still a lot of money, and that's kind of the reason why I went back to this old phone.
Yeah.
It's like after I felt really uncomfortable spending that much money on that phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even really need it because I still had this LG. So I'll probably go back to using this LG and probably use it as long as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And then if something does like go wrong with it, if the battery conks out or something, I'll probably
even get a used one. There's so many used ones because people trade that shit in so much. You can get them for fucking nothing. I could get a used Motorola G for $30. You know?
Is it like a smartphone basically?
It's this fucking thing.
It's that one.
It's just like used.
Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean they're nice, and you could probably buy one used for like $30 because that's the disposability of technology. The Model 500, which you've done a couple videos of me rambling on, from fucking 1948 to 1984, they made that bitch, and those fucking things still last and they run. You know, now you get this fucking smartphone. You think you're lucky if you make 2 years on it. Your fucking thing didn't even make it 2 goddamn years, and you paid $200 for it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Just too much hardcore porn, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck that phone. Fuck that phone. Oh yeah, who's gonna get a virus? Yeah, you fucking nasty slut.
Yep, the fucking and sucking will get you every time.
See, I use porn on, the only device that I'll actually watch porn is on my old Moto G, which does not have any, what's it called? Google shit synced up to it. It's configured through F-Droid, which is a free and open source application. And that actually would probably be kind of an interesting video to talk about my old Moto G and how I would not recommend recommend encrypting your phone because I locked myself out of it for like 2 months after I encrypted it because I'm that fucking awesome with my tech skills. I know how to make shit so secure that I can't even get in.
Making the possible impossible.
Make the possible impossible.
So when does the haunted bookstore close?
Oh, I think they close either at 8 or 9.
8 or 9. So we might be able to make it still.
Yeah, we'll see.
You want to give it a try?
I'd give it a shot. I'd appreciate that if we could. If not,
because I think they do close at 9.
If not, then we'll hit Prairie Lights and I'll probably get those there.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I'd eat at Zombie Burger.
Okay.
Because maybe I might run into Heather. She might be there. Because it's kind of it's later than the other time we went there.
Yep.
So maybe she'll be there and be cool to see her again. Maybe I can actually get her phone number.
Oh, yeah. The business card, the ultimate pussy magnet.
Yeah.
Dodge Street. So yeah, St. Wenceslaus Catholic Church of Iowa City. Design ranch sounds like a whorehouse. Sounds like you're gonna like.
Well, anything with the word ranch in it has basically kind of taken on that connotation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Sherry's Ranch.
Anything with the word ranch, it's pretty much
we know.
We know what kind of ranch you're running here.
we let our cowboys work this ranch real hard.
Yeah.
They get the whole pick of the litter.
It's the kind of ranch where you got girls instead of cattle.
The best types of bitches.
So just basically let me know when to turn or where to turn.
What's on Gilbert? So I think take it right here.
Take it right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll go up. And then we're going to look for Gilbert. And we may be taking another right. And we'll see. It's up a little ways more. So we're going to take a right.
A right?
Yeah, we're going to go that way, I believe.
Oh, yep. I know where we are now.
Yep, and that was the old Unitarian church there. Now they're in some shithole in Coralville. Instead of being within this cool ass area. Because the thing was, they said we can either gentrify this building, make a lot of money, or they're like, you can spend millions of dollars and have it historically preserved. And they're like, fuck it, bitches. With our sacred principles and da-da-da-da-da, we're going to cash this bitch out, and then we're going to go to Coralville in a strip mall.
Yeah. What was the name of the road that we were on before we turned? Was that Governor Street?
Iowa Avenue, I think.
Or no, was it Iowa Avenue? Okay.
I think it was Iowa.
Because I'm going to want to label all of this in the, the videos. I want to label it in the titles. Because I'll probably end up cutting this.
Yeah, I break them into parts.
Breaking it up into parts, especially the in-town parts. So I want to know like how far I went up Gilbert.
And there's the haunted bookstore.
Yeah. We could probably just turn left and park up there.
Yep, park in there and we're good. And what's nice when we came now is they don't enforce parking. Because they have fucking parking Nazis here, like Cedar Rapids says.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny when towns have parking Nazis because they want people to come. They're like, come downtown, come downtown.
Yeah.
And then they're like, take your shoes off and surrender your vehicle.
Yeah, they want people to park downtown, but they want to make it as difficult and annoying and expensive and painful as possible,
yes.
and as inconvenient as it can be, which is ridiculous. I am completely against that. It's the main reason why I don't usually do things downtown until like evening.
Yeah.
But can't charge me now, bitches.